Hey everyone, welcome to Timeless Travel. While I take you around the world while I slow travel and show you tips and tricks and places that I've loved along the way, today we're going to explore the Tulum Ruins. It was a red flag day, so we were unable to go down and do the beach side of it. And later on, I want to do a video or a blog on what to expect when you first arrive by car at the Tulum Ruins. It was quite insane. Come with me while we explore. So today we are in Tulum at the Tulum Ruins that are on the coast. I'll probably do a voiceover on some of these things and explain it further when we're done, just so I can truly enjoy in the moment of being here. Arriving to the Tulum Ruins by car, you're going to have to park away from the gate and actually walk down to the ticket booth to get in. You'll be walking down this trail with lots of wildlife, people, just getting a sense of where you're at. You'll feel like you're in the middle of the jungle, going up these vast staircases along the way, and just being able to see. Right here, this is one of the entrances through the fortified wall. There's only 5 entrances, and while I was there, I believe I only seen 2 in which you could actually use. I did see one gated off. So when I was coming through this side, this is the side where we'll overlook the Caribbean Sea as soon as you get through it. And there was this little cubby right there. But through this one, this was the main entrance where I came through. And I was just such in awe as soon as I came around that corner and through that wall. This is the first time I've been to ruins that you are actually seeing the structures where it's not halfway covered. My first one was the Great Pyramid of Cholula, so you had to use some of your imagination. So being able to see these structures and then knowing which ones had the residential. So the residential are going to be the ones where the rocks are just very close to the ground. It's the foundation because everything that was built up on top of it was renewable sources, palms and wood and things of that nature that are going to decay and just go away over time. So walking down this path right here just was able, just I didn't know what to say and pretty much why I didn't record. But what you had just seen was what I was talking about, it actually being like a residential foundation was on the other side before we're looking at this structure. I was just so amazed by what I was seeing. My brain just kept going back and forth. What was this like when this was just a huge port city where this was part of the trade route and it was bustling? The people were here, they were moving around. I was just in awe. This is one of the temples that was there that they were actually trying to preserve it. There was cracks along it, and that's why you're seeing some of the construction equipment in it. It's just holding it, therefore it can be restored and it's not going to collapse. So it can be there in its magnificence for everybody to see. You can see along the way that they've replaced some of the palm here to kind of give you an idea what it may have looked like as a rooftop. As you can see, this is where they're holding it up on this temple. And in some of the carvings, you could still see the coloring there. It's well preserved, and people believe that is because it was fortified by a wall, unlike a lot of other ruins. These are like some of the residential foundations I was talking about earlier. Man, when I came around this corner and was walking up these staircases on this trail, my eyes could not be taken off El Castillo. While all the site is amazing, the way that El Castillo is preserved right here, overlooking the Caribbean Sea, it just demands your attention. It doesn't matter. When you go around here, I believe this, I forget the name of, but this is like the wind god. There's a temple right here on the cliffside overlooking the Caribbean. There's very small structures, so it is just there. Just beautiful outlook. And here's the Caribbean Sea. Like I said, it was a red flag day. We couldn't go down there. So I just wanted to get some clips of just how gorgeous it is up here. This whole site just took my breath away the whole time. this magnificence right here, El Castillo, just took my breath away. How big it is and how well preserved it is. Some of the other buildings are fairly well preserved, but not nearly as well as El Castillo. Right here, I believe this was the diving. Oh, I can't remember the name, but it was another temple that the carvings were still very clearly on the wall. Try to do an up close take so that everybody could see it. It just, I don't think pictures can comprehend the magnitude of their presence when you're in front of them. So while walking down this pathway, we're on the further side of the pathway now, coming down the back end just past El Castillo. This path will lead you along the water and lead you out to the other opening in the wall. There's only 5 openings in the whole wall, and that was how they were able to just protect themselves by a wall, which is unusual for most Mayan ruins. Most of the Mayan civilizations, once they've been found, have never been protected by a boundary wall. So that was a difference when you're here and learning about some of the history of what was built and how it was built and why it was built. And as I was walking around, when you would just look around and you would see the vastness of the jungle, but then you would see just temples and buildings just popping up out of the tops of the trees. I just felt so minuscule within the presence of being here, and my love in the studying of ancient civilizations while growing up just really made me it really just took my breath away. I can't say anything more than that. But this is the boundary wall I was talking about that was constructed on all 3 sides of this site. And this is the outer pathway that you're going right back down towards the beginning where the ticket booths are and the gift shop. This trail is very nice. It's quiet. And now you're away from the vendors and you're able to just put yourself in tune with nature. Get to see the beautiness of the birds and the iguanas and the different trees that you see. I love nature, so this really spoke to me. I am going to do another video about what to expect when you first get to the Tulum Ruins, because it will attack all of your senses very quickly. Thank you for joining me.